Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's weekend whip, I'm going to be working on a page in Spirit Animals. This is a very long-standing whip, but I thought that I would try to get something done on it. I would really love to finish this page at some point. It's been a long time running here. Well, it's not that one, although that one needs some work too. Yeah, but I don't want to do that one today. I am wanting to work on this one. I'm going to try to just go ahead and bring the colors that I had over here over onto this side and see if I can, I don't know, just get something done on this, because it's been, like I said, it's been a while that it's unloved and it needs to be finished. Okay, so let me take a sip of my tea here. Ooh, that's good today. Okay, so I've got some of the markers and pencils that I used. But I don't remember what else I used. So I'm going to have to see if I can find those really quick. Because I know, this, like these leaves are all definitely marker. And then like the insides of the flowers are marker. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what I used. All right, let me see if I can figure out which green marker that is, and we'll start with that. So I'll be right back with you. All right, well, I think I have the green figured out. So we'll just go ahead and do some marker work with this, and hopefully this is the right marker. Yeah. So, hi, everybody. I hope that you are doing well. It is Friday evening for me. Yeah. It's been a good day. I have been not coloring very much this week, but then yesterday and today I've been doing a little bit more, but my hands started hurting, so that's why I'm trying to do some marker work on this page. Hopefully, I would love to be able to work with my pencils in here, but I'm thinking it's gonna take a little bit before I can get some pencil work done. I was hoping to work on another whip that I posted in my Instagram story. So Danielle, who is at Tavorna on Instagram, she's a really fun color along this month, and it's diverse couples. So any couple that is diverse, basically. So it could be like a same-sex couple. It could be two different like races. It could be two different beings. I mean, it was all kinds of different ideas that she'd put out there, and I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. So mine was going to be this page, which I had planned on doing a little bit of work on. So mine is like a dark elf and a light elf. That was my idea behind this. And I do like the way that it's looking so far, but I used polychromos on the skin and the hair, so now my hand hurts. So I'm holding off. I'll probably end up using Prismacolor on the rest of this, but I thought maybe I could work on the wings with you guys, but I feel like I want to do a little bit of pencil work on those too. So I thought maybe I should just hold off and try working in this book instead, because I knew that I had this other side that needed some marker work done. So this is just easier on my hands. So yeah, that's what I did. So channel wise, I did post the color along for the month. It is a complete color along, so it's all in one video. So no two-parters this month, which was nice. I'm going to attempt to do that for all of the color alongs going forward, even if it ends up being like, I think the longest my phone will let me have is about an hour and a half. But I got this video down to like an hour. I think it's still, like, I don't have every single step recorded, but I do explain a lot of what I'm doing, and you know, like if there's repeating elements, I show you how I color one, and then I just kind of cut to being done with all of them. So I feel like you still kind of get the gist of the whole page without me having to show every single step. But yeah, I got it down to about an hour, and I feel like it turned out really fun. It was a very different kind of color palette for me. Like it was one that I wouldn't have normally gravitated towards, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And I was very surprised because it's not my favorite book, and I don't know. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. When I first started the page, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but it ended up going well. So that was fun. Okay, so right here, I feel like I should have extended this color back in here. Maybe I can find, I don't even know which watercolors I used to do that background. It was definitely watercolor, though. I do remember that. Instead of using like Inktense or something, I do remember using watercolor to do it. I feel like my marker's dying. That's going to be upsetting if I don't get all of my leaves colored before it dies. That would make me grumpy. But yeah, so I have the full color along is on the channel now. And then I was able to finish another page, a buddy color that I had with my lovely friend Emma, who is here on YouTube and on Instagram as Emma Colors 2020. If you have not subscribed to Emma, you are missing out. She is a joy. She has lots of fun videos, but I just adore her sense of humor, and I don't know, when I watch her videos, I just feel like I'm hanging out with a friend. So yeah, check out Emma if you haven't already. She's actually one of the people that kind of got me to do a channel. She's one of the very first people that reached out and kind of made me feel like part of the coloring community, and yeah, definitely a big reason that I have my channel now. She's just awesome. And we hadn't done a buddy color in a very long time, so that was nice to do that with her. So yeah, so you can check out my Instagram page for that. I posted that today, our buddy color. Let's see, what else? So I'm on, in my personal life that we have kind of been talking about a little bit, I'm on week 2 of my medication, doing much better, feeling really good most days. Like I've had a couple of days where I was I could feel like the difference in, I don't know exactly what it was, but I could definitely feel like something was still not quite right. So it's like my body is like, one day it'll be like, yes, we have everything we need, everything's running at maximum, and we're doing good. And then the next day I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired and I can't, everything hurts. And yeah, so I'm just taking it one day at a time and doing the best I can. And that's really all anybody can do, right? Thank you, everybody, for the wonderful support and kind words. It's really meant a lot that you guys are just kind of, I mean, you're just wonderful people, all of you. I don't know if this is the right one, but it's the closest I could find. So we're just going to go with it. I think this one's a little bit lighter than the other brown, but that's okay. Yeah, and since my hand is being crazy, I was reading a lot. I did find a really fun new series. I've only finished the first book, but it was very interesting, kept me intrigued the whole time. And it's a little bit of a change from other books that I was reading, because I was reading ones that were pretty spicy. And this one so far has had no spice, which is a big change for me, because I was, like I said, I was reading ones that were pretty spicy. But yeah, this one has had no spice, and I love it. It's a really good story. I like the characters. I'm expecting there to be some kind of romance at some point. I just get the feeling that that's going to happen, but I don't know for sure. So the author's doing a really good job of like tugging me along and being like, will they, won't they? It's been interesting to read. I've really enjoyed it. I'll put the name of the title and series and stuff on screen so you guys can see what it is, but because I'm terrible with names of authors and title names and everything, but yeah, this one has been really good. I did go through a couple of days where I was just reading. I read one story by one author and loved the book, and then the new one is not going to be out until March. So I was kind of bummed about that. So then I kind of went on a like, I've looked at everything else that the author had written and started reading anything that she had written, and they just weren't as good as this book. And you could definitely tell that, you know, these are books that she had written beforehand, and they're just not as good. I feel like maybe that was a marker. I cannot remember for sure, and that's going to be frustrating, because I would love for these to match, but I don't think they're going to. So I'm going to attempt. Maybe it wasn't marker. Yeah, so I started reading everything by this one specific author, and I did not like anything else. Nothing else was, it wasn't as good. So yeah, okay. All right, so I feel like I have been, maybe I've just been stealing, because these pencils have been in this jar for a long time, and I feel like maybe I was pulling from these, yeah, I was pulling from this, this jar, like different markers and stuff, because I feel like these little pink flowers were all markers too. Let me grab a pink. I'll be right back with it. Okay, I found a pink. It's close enough. I feel like it might be a little bit light, but I think that I did use a little bit of colored pencil to do some shading on those as well. So hopefully this will work. Okay, let's compare. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of light, but like I said, I feel like I did a little bit of blending on the inside. A little bit of, so I think it'll be okay. What else has happened? Not a ton. Had a pretty easy going week. I am kind of freaking out that it's almost the end of February. And I don't know what happened to like the last 2 months. I'm going to blame it on being kind of out of it with, you know, being sick or whatever. Yeah, I just feel like normally these months kind of drag on for me, but it's going fast. My husband and I, tomorrow, we have a date. We are going to go see Romeo and Juliet. So that'll be fun. He's been really good with like getting tickets for things lately. So I think I told you guys we had symphony tickets. So he's got that. Like we've got like 6 different symphony shows that he bought tickets for. And then he signed up for like this. It's like almost like a newsletter kind of thing. But then there was this option that you could like pay $5 a month, and then you were entered in to win tickets, or to be able to buy like tickets cheaper for things throughout the city. And every once in a while he'll get it happens every month. And then he gets an email and it's like, hey, these are your ticket options for this month. And he'll be like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. But every once in a while, something will pop up or he'll win something. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm going to go take somebody in my family to go see this. So he's taken his mom to see some things. He's taken the kids to go see some things. And I get to go see some things too. So when I found out that he had to pay the $5 a month, I was like, are you sure that this is really you doing this? Because he's not somebody that would normally pay money for stuff, but then you get like free tickets to things. And so he was all about it. Okay. Cool. That's done. I'm going to write those down so that I have those now. Okay. Now I just have to figure out, let's work on this flower down here because I don't know what pencils I was using. Let's see if we can figure it out. I feel like it was these Crayola ones though. I feel like it was this Fuzzy Wuzzy. And then another lighter pink, but I don't know which pink it was. So let's see. What is this one? That might work too. All right, let's see what we got. I'm gonna try this. See what happens. And if it looks completely different, well, it's okay. What else is going on? Yeah, really not a ton. Like, We had, last week we had to work the fish fry, which went well. I did pretty good, even though it had been snowing like crazy that day. It went well, but I feel like maybe they had, okay, let's see. We're going to add in some of this color too. I feel like they probably had more traffic tonight. I feel like I talked about the fish fry a little bit last week. I can't remember. I'm definitely going to be one of those people that like tells you the same story over and over and over, which I'm fine with because that's, you know, that's how my mom and my aunt are. And I was like, yeah, that's going to be me. Totally going to be me, and it's going to be fine. Okay, yeah, so I just don't know what the lighter color in here is. Like, I feel like it's not this pink. But I do like that I'm able to use these. Let's try the eggshell. So this is a Black Widow. So I'm mixing Black Widow and Crayola pencils right now. That looks pretty darn close. What other colors do I have in here? That's a green, right? What color is that? Yeah, that's a green. That is a that's the pink ones that I used on the little flowers. Yeah, I feel like it has to be like these colors. Well, it's not going to look exactly the same, but it'll be close. Maybe it was a mushroom that I should have used. I don't know. I'll just add this. I can add this eggshell into the other leaves, and maybe that'll, the other petals. Maybe that'll help. Well, it's close. And that's really all I can ask for at this point, right? Like, it's close. So we're going to start with the mahogany this time. Let's see, what else? And this, oddly enough, is not hurting my hand, which I was for sure it was going to when I started using the harder pencils, but it feels okay right now. Okay, so next week, video-wise, I think, because it'll be close to the end of the month, right? What's today? The 23rd, 24th, something like that. So I should be working on like completed pages and stuff, but I might be able to do like one more quick video. I know I mentioned a little bit last video about like an Inktense, doing an Inktense video or another like 50 farmers video or something similar to that. But we'll have to wait and see. I might be able to knock an Inktense video out real quick, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. I feel like maybe this one was the right combo. Yeah, I think I need to just start with the mahogany. That was the difference. It's always a challenge when you don't write down like your colors and stuff to try to figure out what you've done previously. When you have whips, like you're like, well, what did I do here to get this color to do this, or to, you know, this specific color combo. I don't know how I made it. Yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting palette too. Like, it's not one that I would normally do. I'm going to put this back over here. And I haven't colored in this book in forever. So I feel like this is a good, working on this one for a little bit is nice. And I don't have to finish it either. You know, if I just want to work on this flower for a little bit and then switch to something else. But I feel like doing a little bit more with the markers was going to be helpful in trying to get stuff done on this guy. In my color along video this month, I also ended up using some value brand pencils that I don't usually use in like color alongs. So since I'm using Crayolas today, that kind of made me think of that. So I used shuttle art pencils, which they're a little bit harder pencil, but they're not super hard. They're like a mix between like Crayola and Prismacolor. And they worked pretty well on the Johanna paper, especially over top of marker, which I did use quite a bit of marker on that color along too. But yeah, they worked out pretty well. I was very happy with them, and glad I was able to use those guys. I know sometimes, you know, we use Prismacolors a lot in color alongs because that seems to be what the majority of people have. But I think it's nice every once in a while to use something that's a little bit outside the norm, just so people can see that you don't have to have Prismacolors and you don't have to buy the most expensive pencils. And you can just kind of, you know, if you can only afford a set of Crayolas, then color with Crayola, you know, whatever works best for you. And that's kind of my motto, you know, going forward with these color alongs too, is like, I am going to use, in the color alongs, I'm using what works best for me at the time. So I have a lot of different mediums, and yeah, and I just kind of use, like, you know, what works best. Okay, let's get this last little leaf done here. I've got a couple of cups of things sitting around, so I'm trying not to spill anything. So yeah, so next month's color along, I'm not sure which book. I think I might have picked Secret Garden. I think. If I remember correctly, because I did take a night, and I kind of went through some of my Johanna books and tried to figure out what I wanted to do for the next couple of months. And I think the next one that I picked was Secret Garden. That one's a tough one for me too. Like, I like a lot of the pages in there, but I don't know, because maybe it's because it's an early book. I don't love it as much as some of her later books, but yeah, I think it'll be all right. I feel like I picked a page. can't remember off the top of my head what it exactly was, but I feel like I picked something. But yeah, I'm having fun doing the Johanna color alongs, and I feel like I color her pages okay. Like, I don't feel like they're my best work all the time, but they're fun to color, and I don't know. Like I said, I did okay. Okay. Yeah, those look pretty good, don't they? Awesome. All right, so I got that one figured out. Let's go ahead and do the, that's green. I guess I must have used this one. What is this? That's green. I literally just picked that up. I have another brown in here. Right, what does that one look like? Okay, maybe it's this color that I used. No, definitely used this darker one. So this is a Derwent drawing pencil. These pencils are fantastic. They're super soft. And I think I blended it with this guy. I feel like that's what happened. All right, let's see if I can find, well, I have my Artistro. All right, those look pretty similar. Use this Derwent drawing to add a little bit of shadow in here too. Yeah, I like that. Sorry, I'm focused on all that stuff now. All right, so yeah, I just have to figure out how I did these other roses, and I think this page will be good. But I'm going to write down all of these pencils. So hopefully, yeah, and like what flowers I used what on, and then I'll be able to work on the stuff on the inside. Yeah, I think this is it's a pretty page, and I think it's going to be really pretty once it's all done too. Yeah, I don't have very many done in this book. I was trying to flip through. I do have things where I've drawn in shoulders and stuff, but like I've never gone through and finished any of that stuff. So I have that one that's finished. Hoping you can see all the sparkle on there and it doesn't just look like shiny, because it's super sparkly. I used the Folk Art Extreme Glitter, but in the black, on top of black acrylic. And yeah, I really like that. Got shoulders drawn in here. That one's finished. I forgot about that one. I always forget about that one. I like that one. What else do I have? Yeah, there's another one that's a whip that is so, it's just been here for forever. And I just have to finish it. But the hair is way different than what I would have done now. I really like the eyes, and the skin I think turned out nice, but the hair is just so different. But I need to finish it. And I think I got a couple in the front here. Yeah, see that one I started again and never went back to finish, but I do have colors written at least for that one. I don't like how I did the shoulders, so I feel like I would need to fix that. But yeah, I don't know. I've got those all blacked out. like with that one started. She turned out pretty. But then I think I only have the gold color written down for over here for like the crown. So I would have to figure out the fur color. Although I don't know if I want to do the fur the same as the fur over here, because then that kind of, to me, says that she took the fur or the tail from this guy and has got it wrapped around, and that doesn't sit right. That seems wrong. But these are 2 different pages. Like, I've never noticed. I thought it was just 1 page, but it's definitely 2 pages because you've got little bits of flowers here that don't continue. So, like, some of them are definitely like 2-page things, but yeah. Yeah, and then I have that one that I should probably go back and finish. Cat's not my favorite either, but it's okay. It's fine. I started that one. Yeah, so this is not, I think this is my least loved Hanna book. Well, out of her older ones, for sure. Because I haven't done anything in the Atlantis book or the City Among the Stars book. Color in those guys too. I really like coloring Hanna pages though. They make me happy. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you hanging out with me and working on a really old WIP with me. Yeah, so that is it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.